Hey everybody, if you're looking for the next podcast, you do not want to miss the next one at Behind Her Business with Miss Adriana Rubio-Claussen. She is a master Latina entrepreneur, has multiple companies, and we're going to talk about the biggest event in Houston, International Women's Fest, happening this year. You don't want to miss it. Check us out. Hey everybody, welcome to the sixth episode of Behind Her Business. I'm very excited about my interview today with Miss Adriana Rubio-Claussen. She is a master entrepreneur. She has multiple businesses, including Tejas Protection and MenoWake. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel so privileged.
I love it. I love it. And guys, she's Latina. So all you Latina entrepreneurs out there wanting to get that advice, wanting to get that motivation, you're going to get it today. So first off, I want to jump into entrepreneurship. What got you into entrepreneurship? What was your journey? Where did you start with corporate? What was your mindset when you decided that you were going to work on your own?
So I grew up with a very competitive dad who played professional baseball. So he kind of like instilled that in me, that winning mentality, And I was in the alarm industry, probably the only female sales rep for many companies and, surrounded by men. And I just always was a competitor. Mm-hmm. And so sales contest and nationwide contest. And, some months I was number one in the nation. Some years I was number one in the country. Mm-hmm. And some months I was number 10, but I was always in the top 20. And so I always, I'm that type of thinker that thinks outside the box. Because if you're in sales, you are working for yourself, and so.
You're your own sales team.
Exactly. So I always had some side hustle, and eventually in 2017, I started Tejas Protection Services. And just worked on it.
So why Tejas Protection? It's one of those things, I think we were talking the other day, and you're like, it's not sexy, but everybody needs it.
Yeah.
You're in a male-dominated industry. We've actually spoken to quite a bit of entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs in a male-dominated industry, and have been able to really succeed and thrive in that industry. And I think that comes with our competitiveness. Like you said, you were an athlete when you were younger. Yeah. You had that competitiveness. But why the protection part? Why did you go into that industry?
Well, I was in that industry. I worked for ADT and Tyco and Granks, and so I was in that industry. I know it like the back of my hand. Mm-hmm. And it's easy. It's not a luxury product. It's a necessity. So I feel really good about protecting businesses and homes.
Yes.
I'm doing my part. And so I became an authorized dealer for ADT. And there's only, I believe, 3 women in the entire nation. And I'm the only Hispanic.
I love it.
I know, right?
That's a huge, you should feel very proud of yourself. That's
I
huge.
am. It's not, like I said, it's not like, sexy or anything, but I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that.
Well, it's what's needed too, and I like the fact that you said that you had the experience in selling it, so you knew when it was time to open your own business. That's kind of what I did with the KJ Marketing Group. I knew so much about selling that I was like, I can do this on my own, and I went out and I branched on my own.
Your customers buy from you.
Yes, exactly,
so,
absolutely. So you have 2 businesses. So the first one is Tejas Protection, and then we have a whole 180 turn to MenowWake.
Yeah.
Now this is your passion. So you have one business that's a necessity that is, it's lucrative, mm-hmm. right? It's lucrative, it. But then you have this whole other thing, MenoWake, Menopause. Let's talk Menopause, ladies, because I don't think we talk about this enough, and I think this is the time to do it, and talk about getting older. It's not a bad thing. And this is what Miss Adriana is here to help us with. Tell us about this MenoWake experience and your revival, per se.
Well, let me tell you, this may be an episode number 7, but MenoWake started because of the healing that I needed to go through after a second divorce. Mm-hmm. And God sent me to Costa Rica to try ayahuasca, which is plant medicine.
So what is that kind of like is it a drug?
No.
Okay.
It's plant medicine. Is
it a hallucinogen?
It releases DMT in your body.
Okay.
So you go into a spiritual journey, and ayahuasca is like Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but my emotional pain was so great after the second divorce. And it wasn't because of him. Because, at the end of the day, he just wasn't for me. It wasn't a love loss. Mm-hmm. It was a Band-Aid that was ripped open from abandonment wounds that I had from my father, from a divorce as a child, and other things. And the second husband was just sent as a trigger for my healing. And so I'm on this plane to go do psychedelic that I had.
And this was your plan? Like you knew,
no,
I'm going on the plane to do this?
No, let me tell you, God sent me there. There were synchronicities, and I was sent there. I had never, people that will tell you, I don't drink or party, I'm always the designated driver. But it was needed for me, this plant medicine, and psychedelics just got, there's a $250 million approval in Texas to do more research on it. Mm-hmm. Plant medicine helps. And so when I went and I did this, there were a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, a lot of celebrities. It's where all the celebrities go. I'm not going to plug them, but anyways, it shows you, first you have to do a diet before you go to and take the sacred medicine.
Do you have to take out all your toxins? Is that what it is?
You can't. You have to abstain from alcohol, any kind of drugs, sex. You have to do a vegan diet. You have to prepare.
Interesting.
And psychologically, you have to prepare for this. It's not just like, hey, I'm going to go try ayahuasca. No. It's not like that. Because there's a lot of purging. And I didn't know anything about energy. So, I go there and I have, I went there for a week, and it was beautiful. The energy mirrored my energy, so I got to see my ego, and I had to transform my ego.
Interesting.
And yeah, no, there was a huge transformation.
How long did it last? Like when you took the
It lasts like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a beautiful thing, but you have to prepare yourself because you are going to see the ugly side of you. And I got to see the ugly side of Adriana. Mm-hmm. And I got to forgive myself. I learned that every emotion is energy. And I learned that through the womb, just like we inherit our beautiful features or whatever, you also inherit through the womb. The womb is a portal, and you inherit the good and the bad. You inherit the past and the present. So all of the unhealed trauma that is generational and it's not healed, it goes to your children. 1,000%. I will argue that till the day I die. And so once you understand that everything is energy, love is energy, jealousy is energy, hate is energy, kindness is energy, joy is energy. When you understand that everything is energy, when I got back and I was going through menopause, I get back to Houston and I feel a hot flash. And I was like, wait a minute, this is energy. And so there's something that has been right in front of us, a symbol, a medical symbol that has been right in front of us that symbolizes this energy that's inside of us. The Indians call it Kundalini. The Chinese call it your chi energy. Christians may call it the Holy Spirit. but it resides at the bottom of your spine, okay? And when it's activated, it flows up your spine until it reaches your crown. But in order for you to believe all of that, you have to understand, you have to think outside the box. That symbol that we look at, that's the sword and the snake and the wings that are on top. Mm-hmm. It's all over. Hospitals, medical, ambulances. Why has it been there? It's been in front of us trying to tell us something about ourselves. So
not everything is as it seems.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Not everything is that way. And, we've been lied to a little bit, but we can talk about that later. But so when I understood this energy and I had the hot flash, I was like, you know what? There's no way that our Creator, who chose a woman to birth our Savior, the single greatest act of love is Jesus. I love Jesus, okay? There's no way, it just did not resonate that our Creator would punish Mary in this chapter.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like a punishment.
Guess why? So when I just started connecting with nature, I would go to Memorial Park every day and I would meditate and ground because everything is energy. We're electromagnetic. The earth is magnetic, If you don't believe in energy in your body, then why do you think they have the defibrillator to bring you back to life? They shock you. It's electricity. So we have energy, like electrical energy inside our bodies. So after, I would pray like, God, what is this menopause? Because we were designed so perfectly. And it just did not resonate. I'm like, our Creator is full of love. There's no way that, Mary would be punished. And so I kid you not, I had, I've always been a very holistic person, food is medicine. So I made my own little creams for, using wild jam, and for my hair, I made something for my hair, and I couldn't sleep, I made something for that. And then I just combined a bunch of herbs for a wellness tea. And so I had all these products, but I would still go to Memorial Park and I'd be like, God, what on earth were you trying to tell us with this? And the answer was, Adriana, it is an awakening that women go through. But because you have not healed, there's so much blockage in all your chakras, because you got to think about chakras. You have to think outside the box. I'm telling you, you have to expand. That this Kundalini energy cannot flow, this life energy that is supposed to take place in this chapter, because it will bring you wisdom, creativity. God knew what he was doing. We just have not done the internal work to unblock these chakras, and so to allow this energy to flow.
So with MenoWake, are we looking at more of getting in touch with our energy? Are these products
So I will balance your hormones all day long, because my products are amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay? I carefully, through a lot of research, found the right combination of herbs to balance your hormones and to grow your hair. I mean, look at my hair. I'm 55 and I had no hair. And, and I went to, India for some herbs, and China and South America and here and there, because God spread all of this throughout the entire world, right? And so I will balance your hormones all day long, but you must do some inner work. Mm-hmm. You have to.
How can women do that? What would you suggest, especially for women that are busy? We're, would it be journaling, or what can we do to help as we're balancing?
So
our
you
hormones?
don't have to go to South America to do ayahuasca, right? Through breath work.
Okay.
Through grounding, meditation, but you have to sit in silence. Okay? When you go to the park, turn off your phone. Don't accept calls from the kids or anything like that. Or simply, you don't have time to go to the park, go to your backyard. Turn off your phone, take your shoes off, and for 20 minutes, this is your reconnection to your body. That's when you start. We're so disconnected. Let me tell you what disconnected. You know how there's mind, body, and soul? It's 3 things. It's like 3 computers in your body. You got your mind, you got your body, and your soul, right? Your soul. You have to reconnect your mind to your heart again. We're constantly, sending out emails, working, this, so busy. And then you got kids and your husband and a board meeting and, events and this and that. How do you reconnect? It has to be a daily event in your life. Every single day, go outside. If you can't go to the park, go outside, take your shoes off, and just reconnect and talk to your body.
And I like that because MenoWake isn't just about the product itself.
No, it's an
about
awakening.
Education too.
And think about this. Look at how smart whoever thought of the word menopause, it's programming you to believe that there's a pause, and when there isn't. There isn't. There's a tribe in Africa that when women reach this stage, they're so knowledgeable, they become elders. And some women ease into this without any symptoms. The ones that suffer the anxiety and, oh my God, it's all energy that wants to leave your body, but you have to acknowledge the pain for it to leave your body. You have to acknowledge where that pain came from.
Do you feel like it's a mindset too, though? Because I'm 45, and I know, and we can talk more about the menopause piece, but I know that menopause doesn't necessarily start right away. It's not overnight. It's something that slowly happens.
Right.
Us as women, I think a lot of people are more vocal about it now, but it's almost like something that, it's like we're taught almost to dread it. So
exactly.
It's a mind thing.
Exactly. So there's a negative narrative.
Yes.
There's a negative narrative. And so, get on pellets, get on HRT, get on this and that. You know what? Change your diet. Take time to reconnect to yourself. Do the healing work. Let's heal your inner child. Mm-hmm. Your inner child causes a lot of havoc if she's unhappy.
Yes.
Forgive. Let go. Forgiveness is a big deal. Check your ego. All of that is important.
So do you think people who have more pinned up
1,000%, yes,
have a harder time at menopause?
1,000%.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's very interesting because you did say some people can go through it very lightly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because that
makes
chi
sense.
energy, that Kundalini energy, when you feel the hot flash, I'm telling you, when I felt that hot flash, I was like, holy Toledo, what is this?
And I get that normally during, cycles. I get that normally here and there. So I can only imagine. But ladies, if you're listening to this,
ask your body.
Ground yourself.
What is it trying to tell you?
Yes.
Your body, when you're driving, let me tell you how you know that the mind, body, and soul are 3 different things. You're driving and
you're on autopilot.
You're driving and you're about to make a quick stop or you're about to get in a wreck. Your body knows it first. It's weird. It's, that's another conversation. But you'll feel that adrenaline rush or that instant, your body releases a chemical. So we are the medicine. We are the medicine. You don't have to go out. I'm not saying don't go see a doctor, no. But you need to
work on yourself.
It's
mind. A lot of it is mind. I think a lot of the ailments, a lot of the things that we go through as women, especially as we get older, are mind, It's in your head. A lot of it is related to your mindset.
Well, a lot of it is also
sense.
your body telling you you've treated your body. Look at this example. There's 3 grades of gasoline, okay? The expensive cars, you have to spend triple the amount of the regular car, right? The little Ford Focus or little junker car, you can put unleaded gas. And then the the Camrys, you can put the mid-grade, and then there's a super. Treat your body like a supercar and fuel your body with superfoods. That is an analogy that I have told my children and everybody that would listen. Don't treat your body like you're a beat up junker car. Treat your body with the best ingredients, and we have them. But the thing is, we live such a fast-paced life. We don't stop and enjoy, a kale salad or, holistic ingredients that really nourish your body and give you the nutrients that you eat instead of taking 1,000 supplements.
So I love this. And if you want to learn more about this, I want to definitely suggest that the audience goes to MenoWake.com, because I think it's important, because it's not just a product. It's also a way of life. It's a way of living to get educated on those things. But I want to kind of pivot a little bit and talk about, you owning these companies and you being you're a master juggler with 3 different businesses. We'll talk about the third in a minute. But what is your advice to people that are owning multiple businesses? How do you do it? How do you have the energy? And what are the biggest gains that you've had, and what are the things that you feel that have been not so great?
So, life is a balancing act, and I didn't know how to balance it until recently. And I don't want to talk business after 6:30. I really don't.
Yes, agreed.
I want to go on my walk. I want to go reconnect with myself. I want to go hit the sauna. I want to go. I want to go pour into this girl right here. So the best thing to do, you got to figure it out on your own, because there's like no formula. Because you get a customer who just had a break-in and you got to take care of them, But the most important thing is you have to balance your body first in order for everything else to be balanced, and you got to take care of you.
So do you think us women we're too hard on ourselves?
Oh my God,
to have it all
you're
perfect?
taking care. First off, that perfection word is ridiculous, so you have to just kind of prioritize what needs to get done and go for it, and never stop being creative.
I love that.
Never stop being creative. Yes.
So I want to talk about, you are actually the founder. Okay, I've been waiting to talk about this, guys, but this is her 3rd business. It's a huge festival here in Houston. It's International Women's Fest. It's actually the first one,
yes,
which is a really big deal. And we are, KJ Marketing Group's involved. There's so many different sponsors in Houston. And Adriana is pretty much the brainchild for this International Women's Fest. I've heard of International Women's Fest in other places before. How did you come up with the concept, and what are we looking to accomplish here? If there's a woman business owner listening to this, tell us about it.
Well, MenoWake planted the seed because women are my priority right now. We need to remember who we are. We have forgotten, we bring life into this world. Our wombs are portals. We are so incredibly, we birthed Jesus. That role was given to a woman. But throughout ages, we're so powerful that other forces just wanted to
maybe put it in check a little bit.
Well, they were threatened. Mm-hmm. Think about it. How is it that there's a chain of stores that promotes sex and how you feel about yourself, like Victoria's Secrets, but there are no stores that help you go through menopause?
Because it's that young factor, right?
But
it's like,
think about this. This happens to every single woman on the planet. And yet there are no stores that you can walk into and you know, be greeted. That's my purpose with MenowWake. We are going, in a couple of years, we're going to have the Awakened Woman first brick and mortar store where you can walk in and you're going to see all of the MenoWake products, because I want to be the Amazon of menopause.
yes.
I want women to go to my store or to the website and have, what, you want a cooling blanket? Okay, we got you. You know, smoothies, beautiful candles, soft pajamas, good books, you know, and all our MenoWake products, down to sex toys. We are going to provide that for you because, you know, especially if you're in a culture where it wasn't talked about a lot, you can walk into our store and we're going to have consultants there that are going to guide you and help you. And I wanted to throw that in. I'm sorry. And it's going to be called the Awakened Woman.
I love it. Well,
yes.
And the thing is like, it's the 40-year-old. It's the 40 plus.
Right.
You know, I think, you know, we all get older, ladies. We all go through it if we're lucky enough.
Yeah.
You know, getting older is a blessing. Getting older
Absolutely.
is a privilege. And we look at it as such, oh my God, I don't want to get older. Well, why not? We should be at our best. Each year we should be the better than we were the year before.
Exactly.
And I think that there's just not enough information out there, which is why you're doing this. There's not enough information for the 40 plus female that's going through these changes, that's maybe reinventing themselves. It's never too late to reinvent yourself.
Absolutely not.
That's deciding to, you know what, I'm going to start really taking care of myself. My kids are older. You know, now I have some time to really focus on myself. There's, like you said, there's a Victoria's Secrets. There's all this for the young, you know, Bath and Body Works, you know, but what can we do for that woman, that woman, not even older woman. Let's not even say that. Let's just say for the woman that is.
Any woman, because
you
listen,
know.
when your life is unbalanced, I don't care how old you are, your hormones become unbalanced. Young girls are taking my Wild Jam cream because it will, but you know,
That's a perfect point because you
Yeah.
have a good hair product too.
Yeah,
So that's,
I do.
you know,
I
that
do.
can be used at any age.
At any age.
Absolutely.
No, my products can be used. It's not just for that, because it's even great for men.
That's good to know.
We're gonna come up with a line for man called
Men need love too, guys.
They go through this too. That's
Yeah.
their midlife crisis.
Yes.
They don't know what to do with all that energy, you know, and it's time to release. That energy wants to leave their body, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go get a $100,000 car, you know.
But let's talk about, so International Women's Fest.
Yes.
You know, you have an option to be an exhibitor, an option to be a vendor, an option to be a sponsor.
Yes.
What is the great thing if you're an exhibitor at this thing? It's getting your product in front of, I mean, all of these women. How many people are we expecting at this event?
Oh my gosh. I would love, if you're a woman entrepreneur and you are selling a product for women, girls only, please go to our website because I want to promote you. This is a perfect opportunity to be in front of that target audience.
Yes.
Which are women, you
Of
know.
all ages.
Of all ages.
Yes.
So, and the prices are very reasonable. And obviously, you know, we're going to have women-owned restaurants that are in every flavor, you know, Indian and Puerto Rican and Mexican and Asian and Middle Eastern. I mean, just and some, you know, can't forget our Black sisters, you know, with that great Cajun cooking. But they all have to be women-owned restaurants.
I love it.
I am going to honor every single woman that has paved the way for me. In STEM, in education, in politics, in leadership, in arts, in music, in sports, and in wellness. And then we're going to honor the legends of Houston, the women that came before us. And we have great ambassadors and great sponsors, Coca-Cola, the Texans, ADT, Tejas, MenoWake, All Points Warehouse, KJ Marketing, you know, and hopefully this will grow into a more of a national
event.
Yes. Think about it, you know. we are the biggest consumer out there.
Of products. I mean, let's just say, ladies, we love to shop.
Shout out to,
It is what it is.
Ulta and Sephora. Come on down. Kendra Scott, we love you.
Absolutely. And I think, ladies, if you are a business owner or if you just want to shop, if you love to shop, God knows I do, go to this event. The whole point of this event is for us women to support each other. And, whether it's in business, whether it's in menopause, whatever that is, we're supporting each other. And this event is a huge opportunity for you to get out there, meet people, mingle, and just have a really good time. And I also see, Adriana, that the International Women's Fest is part of a really great cause. Tell us about that cause.
Well, so it's produced by Las Leonesas, which is Rebecca Roberts, Rebecca Reyes, Raquel Bourgeois, Gracie Sines, and Paula Mendoza, and myself. So we created this organization called Las Leonesas, and the Rocky Foundation is our beneficiary. Rebecca Roberts is the founder of this foundation, and basically when her mother was in a senior living facility, there were some issues, lots of issues, and so we really want to create we really want to support this foundation because we have so many seniors, and where are they going to go? Where are they going to live? We need to take care of our seniors.
Absolutely.
Yes.
These seniors, a lot of times, are the matriarchs of our family.
Absolutely.
We should respect them because God knows they gave everything
exactly
to see us grow up and do things for us.
Exactly.
I love
that. So, we have to, it's our duty. Mm-hmm. We can't just let them, hey, let's just will you into the little senior community. No, let's have them enter this chapter with dignity and love and support.
So ladies, if you're looking to be a vendor, an exhibitor, or a sponsor, please visit internationalwomensfest.com. You will get all the information there. And then you can also email Adriana herself. Her information's online.
Yes.
One of the last questions I want to ask you, which I ask everybody who comes on here, Adriana, what is your superpower?
Oh, my goodness. I think, my biggest, I want to see God in everyone, right? And sometimes it's hard, but I love lifting other women or men, whoever I'm speaking to, just making them feel special because we are all special. I'm also, a great pickleballer.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
It's a thing.
My superpower, I think, is just a nurturer.
I think your superpower is just knowing energy.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's your superpower.
Well, love is energy.
Yes.
So I have to, and the more you learn about energy, it's like your heart recognizes another heart, and then there's a little energy being shot to it. Mm-hmm. And I think about it, I'm like, I want to give this person love when I'm speaking to them, And so you have to become aware when you're talking to somebody, hey, you know what, they need love.
Very true. Well, funny story real quick, guys. Adriana and I met in an elevator on the way to an event.
Not a coincidence.
I mean, literally, we were hauling our stuff in an elevator. We were late. We were both late, hauling our wagons in the elevator, and we both were smiling at each other, very excited because we were exhibitors at the Hispanic Houston Chamber of Commerce event.
Thank you, Dr. Laura Murillo.
Yes, thank you, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Houston. We love you. And so we had such a wonderful event, bunch of vendors there, lots of women. And I told her in the elevator, I'm a marketing company. What do you do? And she's like, I need marketing. And we just never saw each other again because we got busy at our tables. And a few days later, a few of my employees actually visited your table, and you guys just got along so well.
Yes.
They set up a meeting for us on Zoom, and sure enough, we look at each other, and I'm like, oh my God, I saw you in the elevator.
So crazy.
So we just felt that was like kismet. Like, I don't know. There's some things where I don't necessarily believe in coincidences. Some things
because there aren't. So I had put out into the universe, God, I need a marketing person, I'm not a designer, but I did design. I want to rewind real quick to MenowWake. This is how I knew this was divinely inspired. At one of my walks at Memorial Park, after I got, I had already created the lines and I was asking God, and I said, God, what is menopause? Every day I'm asking God. And I kid you not, I'm on my walk, and this name just popped up, and it's like I could see it, here in the void, right? And it was MenowWake. And I get this beautiful feeling, this blissful feeling, like just start at my feet and just go up my body. And I was like, oh my God, had to be divinely inspired. And then I took a couple of steps, and then another word, the awakened woman, came up. So that's where I got the name of the store.
I love it.
Yes. And so I ran to my car, and I got on GoDaddy, and I bought the domain. And then I designed the website and, got the logo going and everything. So,
well, I think being impulsive in that way is great, because once you know what you want, you got to go get it.
That's how
Don't waste any time, ladies.
Do not waste any time, because
when you have that idea, go for it.
When I got the idea for the International Women's Fest, I was actually asking God, God, how can I promote, MenowWake on a local and state and national level? I don't know anything about marketing. And so the seed was planted. I was like, this is a way to do it. Mm-hmm. The International Women's Festival is brought to you by MenoWake.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yes,
it goes
absolutely.
hand in hand.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being here, Adriana.
Anytime.
You guys, if you are interested in being protected by Tejas Protection,
yes, please.
Residential or commercial, if you're interested in more information on menopause, the way of life, and also, of course, the products for MenowWake, and also the International Women's Fest, we will have that in our comments and a link below, so you guys can get all the information that you need. But we love having you on. We're excited about International Women's Fest, so you guys just, stay tuned for more information on that. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.